What's up? Welcome to Cute Mania Live. That was a track I did last night. I was telling these guys here. I'll introduce them in a second. I did that song last night on my electronics so I could have something to fit this because I usually play like the rock or something, something to go with the guest that I have on. But this week I have Lucky Jesus, Lucky Jesus, Lucky something. We know it's Lucky. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but there is a language barrier, but there's not because they speak English. They look English, but it's Lucky Jesus from Brazil,
It
from Rio, right?
it's
Is that where you guys are at now?
yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Welcome to the show, guys.
It's nice.
I,
Rio.
I I've met them before. I met them last week. We got on Zoom and we're working on some audio and stuff. But so I've already met them, but this is the first time that you guys get to meet them, and I'm excited to have them on. So is it wintertime there? You guys said it was cold this weekend. I asked them how the weather was, and because it's so hot here in West Virginia, and you guys said it was cold. I can't imagine being cold there ever. It looks like paradise when you look at like pictures and stuff.
Our cold is like a joke for you, but for us it's really cold. 17 degrees Celsius. It's cold for us.
Well, when it's 17 here, we're freezing to death. But we do Fahrenheit. We were talking about that too. That America is just so behind the times when it comes to measurements.
I'm sorry, I'm
Um,
not very good at mathematics. I can't translate that.
somebody will
But you know,
chat the
for
equation.
you, for you it's a spring. This is
Yeah,
our winter is your spring.
it's very nice to.
Does it ever
Yeah,
snow there? You guys get snow?
Not
no,
in Rio,
yeah, no, to,
but in
It,
Brazil, sometimes we have snow in the south.
yeah.
well, there's mountains though, right? So like up in the mountains, I'm sure there's snow, right?
It's not so mountain. It's not.
You don't have
Just
mountains.
in the south. Sometimes snow. This year is snow.
It's kind of like when I had the guys on from Finland. I had a lot of questions about Finland, but this isn't a podcast about
Uh,
about
we only
countries.
here in Rio. We only have ice in our drinks. No,
You you don't have ice in your drinks? Is that what you said?
only in our
No, no,
drinks.
no.
Oh, I was I did when I did my preview video. I always did preview video like 30 minutes before I start a show, and I originally in the background originally I had the girl from Ipanema playing while I was doing the thing with, and I then I went back and watched it and I was like, nah, that's not gonna fly because it's a jazzy Frank Sinatra song. But so I played your studio. What is it? The studio song of yours?
Studio says 609.
Yeah, I played that, and that's what's going on in the background. that's significantly better than what that was. I mean, I like Frank Sinatra and all, but it just didn't
It's
really
the song.
jive with the. So
I like to. Frank
what's
Sinatra.
that?
I like to. I like to. Frank Sinatra is a was a very good.
He was the
But
man.
I agree. I prefer Studio 609.
Well, yeah, I mean, for this type of episode, yeah, I mean, we're if you did jazz, then that would fit. A jazz group from Rio would be perfect. That'd be a perfect song. But
Hmm.
how far is Ipanema or Ipanema a city, or is it within Brazil, or is it just a beach?
No, Ipanema is a beach.
The beach.
It's almost it's a neighborhood. Uh, it, that posh people with a lot of money, no?
Yeah,
Copacabana.
And tourists. You know,
yeah, Copacabana. That's a real famous place, isn't it?
uh,
Yeah,
Copacabana is much better.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's like a resort
you go
town, right?
there. No, it's not a resort town. No, it's just a very it's a very popular a neighborhood. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah.
shopping. It's quite popular now. It's not it's not that kind of resort or you see tourists. No, it's got a lot of movement, pickpocketers. Uh,
Yeah, I did read about that. But there's a lot of pickpocketing going on down there. What's up with that? I guess, I guess there's, like New York City and stuff, like big cities around, in America, there's pickpocketing and stuff. I'm sure there is like somewhere in West Virginia, but I don't know where. Probably like Charleston. That's Charleston or Morgantown. But I mean, there's never been like a big problem. But I guess I was looking up like the number one crime, and it's not murder. It's not it's pickpocketing, and I'm like serious, but I guess it is. There's the population's big, so that it's easier for them to do that, right? Have you ever been pickpocketed yourself?
not not really.
You're not a pickpocketer, are you?
I've never been pickpocket, but
No.
but I've been assaulted with gun twice.
You've been assaulted with a gun twice?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, me,
Well, at least it's only twice. That's good. That's,
He once because we were together. Was my second assault? Was his first one?
now, is that like a normal thing? Just walking up. Well, you couldn't do the show like later on, like because I usually do my show at 8, which would have been 9 your time. And I remember you saying, can you do it earlier because Rio's not safe at night? I'm like, well, what? I mean, really nowhere's safe at night if you go to the wrong place. But that's what one of the things I was reading about. If you wander off the beaten path, to
You know, it's if you know when and where, you are
Yeah.
fine. You know, uh, this area during daytime, it's quite safe, as safe as any other place. But at night, things change. You know, it's when police disappear,
yeah,
and
it's when the evil comes out, right?
and actually it's not so bad. You know, but I think it's the feeling of unsafe.
You don't want to let your
streets,
guard down, basically, is what you're saying when you're walking around at night.
not in this street.
And,
If
and,
you
and
go, if you go to Copacabana now, it's okay. You can go to the street at 6, 7.
yeah, it was pretty much the website. I don't even remember what it was, but it was pretty much talking like, don't act like a tourist, But I mean, how do you not, if you're a tourist, how do you not act like a tourist? I mean, you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're going, but it pretty much said, stay in the bathroom or whatever.
I don't know. Tourists look like
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what a tourist looks like. They just look like a tourist. I don't know.
yeah.
But- I think if you try not to look like a tourist, that's when you look like a tourist,
probably.
That's usually what happens. But I mean, I know
There's one
I would
thing for
fail
sure,
badly at that.
Here in Rio, you have to know when and where.
Yeah.
It's important because sometimes a place is safe in certain hours. Another time it's quite dangerous, and there are places that you can go, places that you better not go.
Is that where you went when you got assaulted? To the place you're not supposed to go? Or were you just walking down the road?
Just about.
Um,
Did you look like a tourist?
he,
He looked he looked like a tourist, wasn't you? Yeah. That's hilarious. That's good.
but I feel I look more. I've been assaulted 2 times on.
You must look like a tourist. You need to change your look. It seems like.
But
Maybe.
I'm not Brazilian. Uh,
You're not Brazilian?
no, I'm not. I live here, but I'm not Brazilian. So
Where-
I don't have that thing they have, that keeps them from.
Well,
danger.
like a complexion, like dark complected, or
No, I think it's a sense of smell. They
sense- like a-
can smell. Look, this is serious. My wife goes walking to the street and told to me, "Oh, there will be an assault here. Let's go inside." And it happens. You see a lot of boys coming, and they have
What?
something that they look. They see something that it's not all right, and they know it's time to hide.
that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
like an instinct. You just have an instinct.
Yeah. That's
But
the
when
thing.
you know, it's okay. People here live normally. People is not scared, hiding in the house.
Yeah,
So
you keep it
Yeah.
that in mind, but we live normally.
So back to when you were assaulted, were they wanting just money? Is that mainly what they look for?
Cell phone.
Just valuables?
The
Yeah.
priority is the
to be
cell
honest,
phone.
I didn't understand a word
Yeah.
they said. I emptied my pockets. I say,
Yeah. And they were gone.
It's all I have. I don't know what you are, but if you have a
they-
gun,
They ask the cell
Yeah, it's
phone.
probably not good to stand there and have a conversation and ask them what they really need, right?
there's nothing to talk.
How you living? Things like, you want to listen to our new song? Yeah, that's probably not a good time to do that. Is from assaults and deadly weapons, and weather and things like that. Thinking about music, is the type the style that you guys play, which is tech house. We listen to a lot of just, I guess, mainly just techno here. We don't know how to like put it in genres. I mean, I don't. Like around where I'm at, I'm sure in bigger cities they have different, like, that you have house, you have EDM, you have just dance. club, club music. They do. There's a lot of like, I guess, club music here, which is mainly just hip hop. That's what everybody likes to dance to here. What's the main thing there? Is it what you guys do, or is it hip hop? What's the main thing in Rio or Brazil?
Well,
Brazilians like every kind of music, hip hop too. So, but here we you have the genre. I don't think you know is funk music.
but it's
Oh,
not
funk,
your
yeah.
funk. No, it's not,
Not
your
your
funk.
funk.
It
It's not
I mean,
funky.
Another kind of funk.
and for me it was very confusing
Yeah.
what they started. We are going to a funk party. I was expecting funk. Yeah, kind of music.
Is it
It's
like
music from the favela. Basically.
Brazilian funk.
It's called, I don't know.
Is there a way I can look that up? Like, can the
Yes.
viewers look it up? Just look up Brazilian funk, like on YouTube or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
just-
Really?
Just
Yeah.
a Brazilian funk in YouTube, and you can see what's this. It's a very different with funniness for genres that honestly I don't know what they are. I can't identify what are the characteristic of the genre. You
Yeah.
know which are the elements.
Yeah, and sometimes it really sounds the same as a, like, if you discover a genre that you don't know why they have to have their own separate category from, because it sounds like something else. You know what I mean? Like, to me, sometimes something that's in the genre of techno kind of sounds like house. So why does it have to be house? Why can't it just be techno? You know what I mean? I mean, we could probably talk about it for hours, but it is what it is, and I guess everybody's got to have their own thing. But I have heard of tech house even before meeting you guys. Is that pretty big there?
Not very big.
Yeah,
No?
Not in comparison with other genres. Funk, the number one. It's funk and some regional
Pop
Brazilians,
music
sertanejo.
Is there like Latin, like Latin style music, like with the
Yes, but
congas and stuff?
it's not that it's Latin, but it's not what you expect.
Yeah,
From
it's
Not like Miami or Cuba or anything like that?
no,
No,
Yeah.
nothing.
That's what I think when I
Nothing to
think
do with, it's nothing in common with Cuban music.
I'm gonna have to really dive into the Brazilian music, because it's the same names, but it's like the funk you said is Brazilian funk. It's completely different.
But
And like the Latin, when I think of Latin, it's like Cubano or something you hear in Miami or something. That's what I hear in my mind when somebody says Latin music. You know what I mean? Like conga drums and stuff like that.
I think outside Brazil, it's there is not much knowledge of Brazilian music. I don't know why, but it's outside Brazil. It has low traction, but
Yeah.
but they have a very rich and they have 200 million population that almost everybody listen to the same genres. It's very,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Brazilians are not very open to outside music, outside genres. It is more for that urban, youth urban culture, but inside Brazil, people only listen 3 or 4 genres of music, popular music.
They need to
Outside-
expand their minds more. You said they only listen to three different styles, mainly.
Mainly sería it can be Foro. It's from Northeast.
have the bossa nova too.
But-
MPB.
Bossa Nova, I've heard of Bossa Nova
But
before.
it's interesting because when I came the first time to Brazil, I was expecting bossa nova was the style. Bossa nova, but bossa nova it's
It's kind of like jazzy, kind of Latin stuff, isn't it?
90% of Brazilians don't listen bossa nova and
Yeah, yeah.
don't even know what is it.
Yeah,
They don't know what it is.
It's something for
have
the more culture
Yeah,
stratus
yeah.
of the society. Most people
have
don't
many
even know.
have many songs, beautiful songs in that genre, but most of the Brazilians don't know.
It would be.
Samba funk,
Yeah,
funk, forró.
Oh, like
sertanejo.
samba? I've heard of samba. Yeah, samba.
Yeah,
samba,
samba
is quite popular.
It's very karaoke.
Yeah,
It's from Rio.
What's-
you know.
who would be like a very very famous artist that people would know that's from Rio or from Brazil? I'm trying to think of, I can't think of right now, but like a
Famous,
musician or
Uh,
actor or somebody, I don't know.
Tim Maia.
but it's not international. It's internationally
Yeah, that's people would know.
from
Like
Rio. I,
Rio or just Brazil. I mean, you know, just
Have
you know, I was raised in Spain, you know, and there are some names, some Brazilian names that are quite known, but I'm not sure in United States you will know about them.
oh, so you're from Spain. You're not even from there.
Actually, I was born in Dubai. I was raised in Spain.
Oh, Dubai. Why didn't you
But-
stay in Dubai? Isn't Dubai like
but
really
then-
ritzy?
I live in Cuba for a while.
Cuba.
And
I've seen Cuba from a cruise ship. We didn't stop. It was before the United States was back talking to them again. I don't.
it's,
Um,
it's an interesting place to know. For
Are
sure.
you both kind of like transplants to Rio or
Beg your pardon?
are you both well, you're not from Brazil. Are you both just transplants, like you're both not
No.
from there?
No,
He-
I'm a Brazilian.
He's born.
Oh, you're the native.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
a native natural born.
Rio de Janeiro.
That's why he keeps
Yeah.
correcting you on your Brazilian stuff. We do have a there's a place down in South Carolina where I vacation, down in Hilton Head. They do have a Brazilian steakhouse. I doubt it's anything like an actual Brazilian steakhouse. I don't know. I've never been there, but it's I think if I can remember right, it's cowboy something cowboy. I don't know, but I've never been there. But it's really expensive, but I doubt it's anything like Brazil actually.
I wouldn't surprise me if you find a real Brazilian steakhouse
yeah,
because
yeah.
in Spain,
Yeah,
for
I think
example,
it's the same.
there are a
that's
few very good
Yeah.
Brazilian because Brazilians are everywhere.
I mean, it might be. I just never been there. I don't want to knock them yet because I've never been there, but it's popular. You know, it's pretty popular down there. So
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my
Every
buddy John.
restaurant has
John.
Yeah,
Steak.
a steakhouse is a steakhouse.
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, what's y'all's favorite food? And then we'll get into music. This is my last Brazil question for now.
I like chicken.
Everybody likes chicken, like nuggets, like chicken nuggets.
No, I like
You guys got McDonald's down there, right? McDonald's is everywhere.
not here.
You don't have McDonald's? How do you
Not
live?
not in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it's
No.
there.
There are some Brazilian substitutes.
Yeah, the menus are different in different like countries and stuff, I think. But I haven't been to McDonald's in
Yeah.
forever. But
Nobody gets very much impressed with meat here.
yeah.
We have a lot of meat.
Do you cook? You guys cook?
Yeah,
You like to cook?
me cook.
You don't let your wife cook?
I like. My wife cooks. My wife cooks very well.
Yeah.
I prefer to cook. Myself.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to do it. It's a lot of fun,
It's
especially
fun.
well, unless it's 95 degrees outside, then I won't go out there and just fire up the grill because it's too hot. It's just too. It's humid and it's So we always wait until like after the sun goes down.
I
It's hot up here. You would love it up here. Then if you like hot weather, it's
I love
it-
hot weather.
it's so hot though here that with the humidity and everything, it's hard to breathe. It really is. It's just. And you walk outside, you just start sweating. You don't even do anything physical. You just walk outside and sweat. It's
You
awful.
will love Rio in January.
Yeah, well, it pretty much stays like is like a mean temperature all year, right? I mean, it doesn't get really cold and it doesn't get really hot,
No,
right?
But we have when here is hot, it's hot. It's
very
hot and humid.
Yeah.
Yes, you will love it.
Well, I'll have to come down there when you invite me.
Imagine playing in a party. Yeah, we have a big party with
With funk music, our funk,
With funk
ours.
music?
We'll do our funk music.
Imagine a party in a favela, 40 degrees.
What is a
100%
what is a favela? I did read about a little bit of that online. What exactly is a favela?
It's kind of.
It's a community.
I mean, I did read about a shanty. That's completely different, though, right?
They want to call themselves a community because it's not exactly like a shanty or like a slum. No, it's something different because it's a little bit like outside the Brazilian reality. You know, they have their
Parallel.
own government.
Yeah, yes.
Ah,
They have their own culture. Funk it is their own culture, their own rules. You know, they
gee. So you don't want to
stay
wander in there. Then that's what they're saying. Don't wander in there.
or you can. It depends.
Yeah,
Not
depends.
not
Some,
every favela is dangerous, but they
yeah,
have their own rules and there
It's
is
crazy.
no presence from the government there.
Is that just in Rio or in all of Brazil?
I think
uh,
it's so. Yeah?
no, has in São Paulo has
All big cities,
all big
Yeah.
cities has.
but
That's
Rio has
crazy.
something different. It's because Rio, everybody has one favela near because Rio is all mountains, you know, and favelas are in the middle of. The, there is nobody that can say I live far from favelas. Everybody has a favela. We have a favela just next to the studio. We have one, and
Yes.
but
Can you
it's
see?
part
Can
of
you
the
see Christ the
culture.
Redeemer statue from where you are right now?
No,
Here is far. No,
you
here,
can see Cristo Redentor the key.
no.
No.
I thought he was like over all of Rio. Is he
No,
not?
Yes, and maybe you can see it. If
I don't know. We just see pictures here, you know, on the internet and stuff. It just looks like it.
Ipanema,
It looks like he's gazing
Ipanema
out.
Beach, Copacabana
where
Beach,
we
you
are, we can see it.
But when he is in view, you can see him from like way far away. Correct? Is it as big as it looks in the pictures?
yeah, when you go to the press, yes, it's very big.
Like when you're near it, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big
very,
thing.
Near it's very big.
We go by feet. So how many feet in the air do you think that thing is tall?
I don't know.
I don't
It's a big thing like over there. That
I'm just messing with you because it's hard for you to do the calculations. It's hard for me to understand your calculations. So, hey, let's get to the music. I need to switch off my audio here, or not my audio, but you know I need to turn my sharing off.
Yeah.
But so what we're gonna do, this is why I met you guys last week to because I guess you guys you Zoom a lot more than I do. Let's see, how do I do that? Where did I do that before? While I'm figuring this out, so we were talking about, well, you know, it'd be hard for you guys to play something actually like live, you know, because of the latency, and you know we'd be seeing things after you did it 5 minutes before and stuff like that. So
no, it's worse. I will listen to things 5 minutes after. You know?
yeah,
It's quite impossible. I hit a key the keyboard and I listen 200 milliseconds later. You know.
yeah. So we were talking about, you know, we'll just have you guys share your screen and your audio
Yeah.
with us and watch you guys do what you do. And
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to my
last
my
week,
stop share button. I don't know where it's. Oh, there it is. Give me 1 second. Why is it not? I thought that's where I went before. Hold on a minute. Give me. I'm new at everything here. I say that quite a bit on my show actually. That I've had to go from Facebook to YouTube, which has nothing to do with Zoom, but I still blame it on that. Where's that share thing? Do you know where it is right away?
So
Okay, I hit that.
I think it allows me to do.
I think you.
Yes,
Does that work?
Yeah.
I think it will silence your sound, so you will listen only to my music.
Yeah, I'm done with my sound. It's just American funk. You don't want to hear it.
So let's go.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Let's see.
There we
no,
go.
This is our last project. We're almost finishing it. It's only it is mastering, but it's almost finished. You can see there are many tracks, and it's in this stage it's a little bit simplified, you know, because at the worst part we have more than 100, but then we are putting some things together, and I will.
take you. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. In the dance floor, let the music take you. Zero your mind and flow now. Shake your body. Now it's time to wake up. Deliver your soul while the music flow. Zero your mind and lose your control. Follow the grace. Dance with the world. You have the power to lose your control. 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 Lose your control and dance hard on the dance floor. Let the music take you. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control and dance hard. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Lose your control. Zero the mind. Lose your control.
Well,
And the crowd goes wild. Wild. I heard him.
it's not a live session, but it's
I like
almost-
it.
It's from the oven.
It's
just-
funky. Is it not funky? I don't know.
You have to listen to that funky brasileiro.
I'm going to. I'm gonna let you recommend some though, because I don't want to walk in. I don't want to walk in there
I-
blind and.
I can't recommend any. You know,
Oh yeah, you can.
I'm not very much in that style.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Doesn't
see. I don't like country that well, but I can recommend some. You know,
Uh,
you listen to country music at all?
well,
You know, there's a thing called country rap, right?
Country
It's
rap?
country rap.
No, oh my
I don't want to listen to it at all, but you know, it
it's everything
sounds
is
terrible.
invented.
it
Country music
yeah,
is-
see, I mean, I've had bands on. Well, the band I had on from Finland, and you know, I guess the majority of the bands I have on, they scream, and my dad doesn't understand why anybody would like that music because but you have to like that style of music to, I guess, appreciate it. And but you know, I don't really like a lot of screaming. You know, I like some singing in there too, but I listen to a lot of the instrumentation. You know, like usually the people that they're the artists that do that are the drummer's excellent and the guitar player is excellent, the bass player is excellent. You know, sometimes not. I don't know. They don't come on this show, but but you know, you get kind of got to. It's kind of like some people love opera music, and that's all they listen to, and they don't understand how people don't like opera music. It's I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
a
it's-
taste thing, I guess. You know.
And sometimes music is surrounded by other things that have much to do with the culture, have how much to do with the way you see the world. You know, evidently, who likes funk, he feels himself reflected in what in the lyrics, what they say. You have to listen and decide yourself. You will probably don't understand what they're talking about. It's about things of the favela. I think it's very easy to judge and say that it's machist. It's
Violent.
but you have to know this is favela, you know.
It's the
Yeah.
reality.
It's very easy to judge,
It's like the rap in
but it's
Well,
true.
you know, you can't get all
It's
of your
what they
info from
have.
the internet either. You know, a lot of people just get everything from Facebook and everything from here and there. You know, I was just kind of browsing, I don't know, some website that was telling me about going on a trip to Rio. I mean, I wasn't planning a trip, but if I was, it was pretty informative. But you know, it was kind of, you know, after talking to you guys, not all those favelas are bad. It's just an area of town that, you know, some of them are
Actually,
bad, but they're
actually, they are not good. They are not bad. They are
yeah
what they are. You know, there is a lot of people living over there, and it's the same people that deliver the food that
yeah.
to you at home. Is the same people that are in the supermarket. You know, uh,
It did say don't get in a taxi unless it's like an actual like certified taxi, like you can ask for their ID and stuff. It did say something like that. Are there a lot of fake taxis? I guess I don't know. I don't. I was just
taxes.
yeah, like a taxi. You know, you take a taxi to
Uh,
like a ride.
here, everything is Uber.
Oh, you got Uber? Yeah, yeah. We
Uber
kind of
is
have Uber
like
sometimes. I don't know.
like Lyft.
Yeah,
There is two Rio Janeiro. Rio Janeiro before Uber and Rio Janeiro after Uber. No, it's really it's you can't imagine how it changes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's a lot. From
Well, especially
Now
with the
it's very
pandemic
it's a lot.
and everything changed. You know, like things. Well, around here, things are staying the same as they were when I guess they call it the lockdown. You know, when everything was closed and you know people were buying toilet paper like crazy, which I don't understand. And it was, you know, it was curbside pickup, and we can deliver this product from our store to your home. Yeah, and they still do that. Like you can still get things curbside. Like I can go to Home Depot and get like order it from my phone and then show up and just sit in a parking space until they bring it to me. But if it's open and you can go in there freely, why not just go in there? You know, why do you have to wait for? I don't know. I don't see if I don't think it needs to be still happening. You know, I guess I don't know how it is in Brazil with COVID right now, but you know, things have been opening up here. You know,
you know,
masks are going away. You know, things like that, and it's
here people love any excuse to go outside and meet other people. No, so here is not a very problem. It's not a problem.
how did you guys survive the whole thing when it was going down? I guess it had to have been the same, I guess, in your country than it was here. You know, where things just closed. You know, you couldn't do anything. Was it like that there?
More or less.
Yeah. Is it still like that, or is it coming back?
It's still a little bit like that, you know. And you know, we used to work together every day, and the main shock was that we started to work 100%
Online.
online, remotely, you know,
Yeah.
because he lives quite far away from me, you know. So, and but
So you back to working together now every day, or
no,
you're not
No,
back?
no,
Not yet.
not
yet.
yet. No.
You think
Do you get sick of each other if you're working together every day, and then you go and play music together?
Yeah, my wife was jealous, you know, because
What is it?
spend more time. I spend more time with him than with her.
Well, she needs to learn how to do the music, you know, and then
Yes, I told her if you want to be a singer, I'm needing a singer.
can she sing?
Yes, he sings pretty well, but he doesn't like to sing professionally, and
Yeah.
not for me, for sure.
She won't even sing for you.
No, not for me.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be singing for anybody else then if she won't sing for you.
She wants to sing along for our dogs. Yeah,
For your dogs.
yeah,
How many dogs do you have?
a couple.
Couple. I have a cat.
Yeah,
You have
he's the cat guy. Yeah.
I'm a cat guy. Yeah, yeah. My cat. He's kind of like a dog. He likes chicken. You said you like chicken. He that's the only thing that I'll feed him like from for other than cat food. You know, I'll give him like if I'm having chicken, I'll give him like a little piece, and then he will not leave me alone. He will not let my girlfriend alone. He will stand there and look at or sit there and look at you, just like I'm ready for another piece now. Just like a dog. Man.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And every morning at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
just doing sprints back and forth, you know, everywhere. It's just like that's
Yeah.
the time to be up. It's crazy. Yeah. I forgot to do this at the beginning. and I would forget because I forget it seems like every episode I forget. I forgot to thank Ire for being on the show last. That was the last time I was on YouTube. I guess it was about a week and a half ago, because this past weekend, Saturday, I was it Friday or Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I don't know. My days are all messed up with the holiday weekend, you know. And yesterday was a federal holiday, so it just the 3-day weekend just screws up everybody. Like the garbage doesn't even go out until tomorrow night. It's usually tonight anyway. But but Ham Radio, which is the shirt that I'm wearing, they played, and Pelican Motel played, and Curses, which they've been on this show. They were on the show back in February, so I got to meet them in person. But they just live in the southern part of West Virginia. But so me and my girlfriend drove down 3 hours. We were a little bit late, but we got there and got to see them play. Kind of like a house party. It was a garage, and there's people there, and they had a merch table, and so I picked me up a Ham Radio shirt, and really cool guys. Hope to get them on the show here pretty soon. They're from Tennessee, so hopefully we'll get them on. But you guys got another song lined up you want to do or tinker with?
It can be. We have one.
Is there anything you can do like from scratch, like just starting with a beat, or is it more difficult than that?
Especially because of latency, you know, it's
Yeah.
very irritating. Because it's impossible to have any flow, you know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
But I can show you another track in another stage because this track was almost finished.
Yeah.
Is your newest single still the Coca-Cola one?
We can.
Is it still your newest one?
Yes, it's the last one we released. But
I played the crap out of that on my show. I played the crap out of it. So, we know that one, and we know Coca-Cola, so you know it makes sense to us.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, you have to be careful not to drink too much.
Well, you can. It's just caffeine. I drink coffee every morning, but I only drink 1 cup, sometimes 2. But I get a little hyped up on 2 cups.
You know, we can show this one. It's almost in the beginning, you know.
So each individual block. I know you've told me last week, but each individual block of those things is a separate like sound, correct? Do I understand that right?
Yes, you know, I can show you. Electronic music is mainly based on loop. You know, you have to have one idea that you can loop, and this is the fundament. You know, normally the first thing is bass, but it depends on the style. But in our style, a good bass, a good and solid bass, and kick and bass relationship is basic, and on top of that you start with a percussive idea, and you are creating over that loop, you know. Then you arrange a little bit, you make that loop a little bit bigger. When you have many ideas, we go to an arrangement, and then we put a song structure together. Yeah. And then maybe they have new ideas on top of but the bass is a loop.
Yeah. You always add if you want to add vocals to one of your all songs, is that something you do last in the process? Like say with the Coca-Cola song, did you add the Coca-Cola female that sang? Did you add that part last, or is that part of it?
It depends. Actually, it's we always make that loop, and when we have that loop we imagine with that vibe what kind of lyrics, if any lyrics. Sometimes we make music without any lyrics, you know.
Right.
And we decide, and then we start to arrange. We make a little bit bigger idea, and then over this idea we decide if we want to make something. We get inspiration from this track. We want to do like this guy. He uses a lot of lyrics, so, and we start to sing things over there, melodies, until we have an idea we like this Coca-Cola, and we record ourselves.
I think it
And then,
works. I think it
yeah,
works. It's really catchy.
yes, we found it catchy and
Now,
funny. You know,
does your all stuff get like airplay like radio wise over there, or is it more just like online and because I noticed you said in your bio that a lot of things are getting played around the world pretty much, at clubs and things. Well, I guess when clubs were open, and I'm assuming they're open again. But is that where a lot of your play comes from, or is there some on the radio also, or like satellite radio, or?
well, um, ch-
I know that's a kind of a winded question, but
we are musicians who make club music, and
hmm
there is no club,
Yeah,
there is
no,
no
no
party, so
festivals.
in some way we and I I see most people who live from club music are trying to reinvent within pandemic. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. What was working a year and a half before, it doesn't exist today. So I don't know if it will be the same tomorrow or not. And
Yeah.
nowadays we are doing different kind of tracks because there is no club. So
Yeah.
we are doing this way. We make the club idea we would like, and on top of that we create a more radio friendly, streaming friendly version,
Yeah. I
and
noticed that. Hmm.
and we are keeping that club version for the future.
Hmm.
If it has a space, maybe people would like to listen to any other thing, and we keep for ourselves. But the idea is one day release all those club edits at once, or maybe not. I don't really know,
Yeah, we don't really know.
but today has no point.
Do you
Why
guys
club
have
music?
of like the Tomorrowland festivals and things like that? Correct? Is there anything like that down in Brazil or down in your all's part of the world?
Yes, yes, have many festivals, like Tomorrowland. Once have the once edition and some. Teve uma edição da Tomorrowland aqui.
Yes,
Uh,
Tomorrowland edition. It
Uh,
was in 2015.
I think have another great festivals like the VGTL, Awakens, Time Warp.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Brazil has great is a great prospect to electronic music.
Yeah. I think
I
I
like
kind of
that.
remember on but I don't have satellite radio anymore in my truck, but when I did, they always did, they would I can't remember what night it was. It wasn't like a Saturday night or anything, but it was just one night a week. They would do one. It was a live feed, but it wasn't live, but it was a live feed, a previously recorded live feed from festivals wherever. And I think I'm thinking one of them was from Brazil somewhere, but that might be a shot in the dark. I can't remember.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. We have many DJs who
Yeah.
has this with great names, which play after this.
What was the thing that I saw? I guess it was on YouTube or might have been Instagram. And I think fairly recently, weren't you guys on something where you performed? I'm thinking it might have been recently. I don't know. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or Instagram, but I watched it though, and you guys were both there, and you were actually playing.
Yeah, we
It's
have
a-
a
it's-
jig.
It's what's left for a DJ is playing at home or in a studio or in a. I don't. What happens if I see nobody really knows what to do, because you do that live thing, but people
It's better with a
don't care.
crowd and lights and fog and everything, right?
And people at home don't really care. Club music, it's for clubs.
Yeah, you got to be in
It
that
doesn't
mood.
work at home very well. You
Yeah.
have to have the people. You
Hmm.
don't have the people. You don't have the sound system.
Yeah.
You don't have the mood. So
That's true.
uh,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
we
but
try
in
to
in,
survive.
in my own personal space here, I'm just against one of the walls, but like I mean, it's just like a bedroom size. But I have I have dance lights in here. I have a fog machine. Of course, Rob doesn't like the fog, so I don't use it very often. But
Very cool.
But I do have dance lights, and when we're in here, just making music. I mean, I record everything we do just because it's hard to redo it. But you know, if we have lights on in here and I just can't get into it, I will turn the damn lights off, and I will turn those dance, and it's because it creates an atmosphere, just like you're saying. It's hard to get into it when there's not a crowd. Okay, well, if you can't get a crowd, you have to have the atmosphere, because
Yeah, the environment is so important.
the environment, yeah.
And,
If that's not there, then you're just
and
looking,
then
you're just
reason,
crazy.
Why are you going to the party? Yet you are not going just to listen to the music. Music
Yeah,
is
it's the whole
part-
scene.
Music is just one part. If you take everything out and leave only the music, I think it's not enough.
Or if you take the music out and just go, and there's no music playing, it's just a bunch of people talking,
Yeah,
then it's just, what's
Ex-
that? That's just
exactly.
life.
Exactly. That's the point.
But I think that's the best place or that's the best way to explain electronic music too, is it's the whole vibe of the venue. It's the crowd. It's who you're with. If you're with friends, it's that whole thing. I mean, electronic music makes me happy. I mean, there is some kind of quieter, like I guess ambient style stuff, like Sasha. I don't know if you guys listen to Sasha, but a lot of his stuff is just makes you think about things, and it's quieter, and but there's a lot of high energy stuff there's a scene for it. Like I'm not just gonna, like, after we get done with the show, just go listen to some high energy drum and bass. There's no reason to. Me personally, but I might listen to some metal. I don't know. Who knows? But I mean, that's what we're talking about, though. Just kind of like it's the scene, it's the venue, or where you're at, or who you're with, kind of thing.
Yes. I think we have an unknown future, especially because musicians who make club music live playing music, basically playing music,
Yeah.
but we don't live selling music. So we are just waiting to the end, or trying to reinvent. But I think most people is lost, and I don't know anyone who is doing good and nice uh, during pandemics with music.
Yeah.
At least with our style of music. No, there is thousands.
Well, yeah. I mean, even the big names, like Ferry Corsten, things like, they're not doing anything. They're not being able to play anywhere. I mean, he's probably fine, with money and stuff, but it still sucks because they can't. That's what they do. That's what their fun is to go play a show, and like we're just getting back to live music altogether. Like I go to open mics and play, and we just recently got back to that, and that was fun. Just just being able to get out of that crapping house. It's just this whole pandemic thing kind of wore on everybody in the same way. Doesn't matter what language you speak, what color you are, everybody suffered.
Yeah.
Like not from having it, just from living during that time. It's crazy. So hopefully we get out of it, because I mean that's the main reason I started doing the show, is because I couldn't go to shows anymore, like live shows, and so I was like, well, you know what, the musicians aren't doing anything. This is the best time to do this, and
But,
it worked
I don't
out.
know, we prefer to see it as as an opportunity to make things new, and to make new things.
Yeah.
Try different things, because
Hey, you can start your own
sometimes,
genre. There's plenty of room.
sometimes you pick the routine, go play, and I earn money playing, and that's all. And suddenly everything is shaken, and you realize that it's not so easy. Everything can change from one day to the other, and
Right.
it's a reminder that we have to reinvent every day.
Yeah.
But I'm not really upset with what happened. I was worried for a while,
Yeah, I think
but
everybody was.
then
Everybody kind of on edge, just what's next.
but then we decided to adapt.
You
And
guys
we
didn't get it,
have
did you? You didn't get it,
with that.
right?
No,
Yeah, I didn't either. Did you get the vaccine? Did you guys have the vaccine down there?
Not yet. Here in
Huh?
Brazil is
I didn't get the vaccine, but of course I'm just a one-man show, so I'm.
I could have had, but I'm still hesitant. I'm I'm not very confident, just because they are forcing too much. You have to
Yeah.
Brazil, you can, and this made me suspicious. You know,
Our governor gave away like a new truck and like $1 million, just yeah, like an incentive to
You
get
know-
in the vaccine. I didn't get the vaccine.
that
I mean,
that makes me suspicious.
they're forcing people to get it with or not forcing, they're bribing people with trucks and money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is quite
It's
stupid.
silly. No,
It is silly. Well, our governor's silly, so
here in Brazil, you can be fired. Those people who work for another one, they can be fired if they don't take the vaccine. And it's legal. No, it's
but you got to get the economy going again, you know. So like, the economy's not going to go if they fire everybody. You know? I don't know. Hey, go ahead and play another song. We got time. I'm just babbling over here.
more than play another song. I would try
Yeah.
to show one song that it's in the middle. And it's. I will
Oh, you're
try to
fine.
show how we do it, but I think it's not real. I just made up a little bit to show. And
We'll
because
still
I-
listen.
I can share the yes now it's yeah I created here it's unfortunately I don't have that view. I delete everything, but you know these are bits of I don't know. Well,
I'd
look,
be
That's
totally
that's
lost in
the
that program.
Initial idea, initial look.
for example, this is our bass, our bass. Let's see how it sounds together. It probably it's a shit.
So yeah, just a basic beat, and it's gonna loop,
It just
right?
to show, it's not even a basic beat. No. I will show you how is the real basic beat, but it's just to show how it will be. We start to we do the kick. We design every sound, every instrument. We design everything. You know, it's not because it's better. It's because it's fun. You know, we have a lot of fun designing everything. You know.
And you said there, like you told me, I think last week, you told me there's upwards of 1 to 200 of those separate, I guess, tracks, correct?
It can
within
be
one
very
song.
big sometimes, but
Yeah.
But aqui o
let's see. So
How
this
come
is
you
more
guys
or
both
less-
don't have a mouse when you're doing this? Because yeah, I know you guys are both wanting to point and click at stuff. Would it get too confusing? Yeah, no, you're not. I'm just
actually, with in this phase, this is the most creative phase. You know,
yeah.
where we use controllers like this one, for example. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can see that.
With-
Yeah, looks like a
We
mixer.
use no, it's not a mixer actually. It's part mixer, but we used to create on the fly. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With the keyboard, we have some stuff here. It looks very fancy, but actually it's just it's just a control.
Is that kind of like a tap pad, one of those touchpad things?
It can be like a tap pad. It can be like a keyboard.
Yeah.
But actually prefer to use a proper keyboard. You know.
Oh, yeah.
But you can use just to launch different scenes. You know, you can have all of this full of different melodies, and you can
Mhm.
combine all them together until you have an idea what you want. You know, I can have different percussions over there, here. We can have different percussion, different melodies, and combine. And when we have an idea we like, we go to this arrangement, and you know it's quite easy with
It looks so complicated, but it's probably not. You know.
you know everything
mean-
is complicated when you don't know what you're doing. You know?
Yeah, like riding a bike. You know, if you don't know how to ride a bike, you're gonna fall. You know.
Yeah.
But once you know your stuff and once you know your process, it's quite simple. You know,
Yeah.
it takes time and it takes.
I'm a very impatient person. I really am. I just don't want to, you know.
oh,
But that's why I try. That's why but you know, that like the one that we listened to when we started the show, you know, that was y'all just twisting knobs on that DFAM.
and
you
the
know,
thing is
and
a
getting the beat
creativity
going.
Style, there is people that create a track in 2 days, you know, but but we are another kind of musician that
Right.
we like to care for details, but everything is all right. I don't think one is better than the other. It's what we are. And
I don't know. I think the Coca-Cola song is better than all of them.
well, this track it's in a very early stage. Unfortunately, I haven't seen yet.
Was that in
Yes,
English?
yes,
Was that in English
yes.
or was that? Or was it? Okay.
Kind
What did he say?
in Spanish.
Most people fall in
Love
love.
love is mambo, mambo jambo. It say nothing.
Yeah.
We picked these vocals from a film from the 50s.
Yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere with this. You could go anywhere with it.
But now it's at the beginning. It's the general idea. We expand a little bit, and now we are trying to polish a little bit the basic parts. And we didn't even decide if it will be a club music.
Yeah.
or genre.
So you're able to do all this live like at a club though, right?
Actually, not.
No.
This is too complex to make it live.
Oh, you got it. You said it was easy.
No, it's too complex, not too difficult. It's not
So when you do play, I assume you've played live before, like at a club or at some kind of a venue. What do you do then? Like what you just have?
DJing.
You just
Basically, it's just DJing.
you just have something like everything's set up already, and you're just going in and tinkering with it.
We play the full track. The usually when we play our tracks, we play different versions, Or,
Yeah.
Or we make a certain mashup with another known track, It's a way to make it funny, more interesting, and show that our music it's high quality and
Yeah. And you know what you're doing, right?
But it's,
Yeah.
we don't play live. We would like, but the setup to play live electronic music, it's quite complex, and here we don't have the public to do that.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Not yet.
Not in Brazil,
everything is going to come back. I think it'll be
But I
good.
think in Brazil it's not appreciated.
Well, come to America, man. We'll fucking welcome you.
We have a vaccine first.
You don't have.
We can
didn't-
travel without vaccine. Brazilians can travel anywhere.
Yes.
I don't think. I think it's just an airline by airline requirement here. I don't know. I don't travel that much, but
Let's go on with the track.
if I travel, I drive. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it is something. Oh, this is an idea we did the other day. I think it's a shit, so I will delete it and leave. No, I deleted it in front of everybody. In this track, we wanted the contrast between the break. It must. We got inspired by the film itself. That music you are listening, part of that music is from the film itself. We sample it. We sample.
Well, I have to think about that.
Is that you talking?
Yeah.
Have you done the vocal stuff on your? Have you used your all's voice on your own stuff?
Not yet.
No.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
you'll get there.
I'm not psychologically prepared to listen to myself. Not yet, but in this case, it's a very, very, very crappy thing.
I'll wait for an Acute Mania shout out on one of your songs here pretty soon. I like that bass line. That bass line's cool.
We changed the bass line at the end. I don't know. We found it was cool to change the bass line.
This is one of the songs that you're in the club, and people, you're forcing them to go to the bar and get some water because they've been dancing for hours. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is our.
Oh, I like how it goes. Was it pans back and forth through the speakers, or was that just on my end?
Actually,
is that the new one? Is that going to be a new one?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it should be. I think it should be an acute. You should call it Acute Mania Live Special song.
But
Something like that.
I promise, if we decide to finish this track and release it, you will listen to it.
You should name it West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we'll know. We'll all know.
From Brazil to West Virginia.
Exactly.
The premiere.
Have you guys been to the States at all?
I went. I went to the States one time. I go to New York to know the.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I expect more because because my friends when talking to me he said that the New York is the great city, is the very beautiful, the buildings, etc., etc. So when I get there, I think it's I think it's normal for me. It was beautiful. It was a very pleasant time with my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like so much. I like more Orlando because me and my uncle.
Because Mickey Mouse.
Because
Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
I like so much the time I spend in Disneyland.
Mickey Mouse
I've
sucks.
been once in California.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been out there once too. Did you go to LA? We lost something's you're censoring my audio.
But
What-
actually, I, this is not my first choice for.
Well, you need to go. You need to go to the right place when you come to the States next time. Come to West Virginia. We'll welcome you, even if it's not me.
For sure.
Somebody will welcome
Sure,
you
sure.
with open arms. We're very good. We're a good
You know,
breed of
I-
people up here.
I have family in United States, so.
Not in West Virginia though, right?
No, it's in California.
Yeah. We don't have. Yeah, that's on the other side of the.
I
On
tell
the
you one thing.
other side.
We can make like a student exchange. You can come here, spend a couple of
Yeah.
days, a month with us, and I mean
A month.
live.
I don't know if I can do a month. I got this podcast to do. If you got good Wi-Fi, I can
But-
do it.
But you can do the podcast here.
Okay,
Podcast
that's
from
okay. Cool.
from Lucky Jesus
Like
studio.
Good. I'll live at the studio for a month.
You can bring that poster with you, and we can.
That goes. That's not just a poster. That's a banner. All the guys from the show that I was at on the other side of this, they all signed it because it's white on the back. It's white on the back, and the ham
So-
radio guys signed it. All the band members did.
You bring it with you.
I will.
We put it
travels.
there.
I sign it.
We
Oh
sign
yeah,
it.
it'll go right there. I can see this. We have to move some of that other crap that's back there, but yeah.
And then we go over there.
Yes.
anytime.
And we put you in a club and we show them how it's done. Right.
Yes.
I will provide the fog machine and the lights, and you guys provide the music, and we'll just tear it up. We'll do it for the neighborhood. I live in I think the average age here is probably about 65 and above. But
It's okay. For
we'll show
us.
them how to do it. You know,
If they can move, it's okay.
if they can nod their head, they're good. You know, I mean,
But if they don't, it's okay too.
yeah. I mean, we'll just force it on them. You know. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. I really do. It was very nice talking to you.
Thanks to you.
And I got to understand though, what's the big hugs thing? because I noticed at the end of the email there was always big hugs,
big
and at the end of the call, at the end of the Zoom call last week when I bet you guys there was hugs. What's that about? We don't say that here. What's that about? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, hugs are good. I like hugs.
Because we miss hugs very much here with that fucking pandemic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't hug
like
any.
to
You
hug
can't even hug
each
your
other.
dog. You know, it's crazy. Hey, I just scheduled a show yesterday, and actually, I got the email right before we went live on the stream here. I just discovered this band on Instagram, and just kind of clicking through some stuff. Instagram's new to me, so I'm trying to figure it out still. But you know, I just clicked through these bands, and I'm like, oh, you know, and they're called Caustic Casanova, which I think is an awesome name, and the music is terrific. They're going to be on next Tuesday. I guess it'll be the 13th, and that'll be at 8:00 Eastern. So join us for that. That'll be the next show, and I'm gonna play one of their songs. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, hey, stay on the feed for a little bit if you guys can after I kill it off of YouTube here, just so I can give you hugs. But I'm gonna play a little bit of Caustic Casanova here, and join us next week at 8:00. Oh, let's see. I got it.
Like the name Casanova.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That's-
I'll figure out where that came from. But this song is called Fifth Castle. So we'll see you guys next week. Start spinning.